Welcome to Divine Femme TV. My name is Sarah Rose, and this is another channel message for the Divine Feminine Collective. I trust and know that if you've landed here, there is likely something for you. So please feel free to stay to the end and just take what resonates, leave the rest. And as always, if you want additional transmissions, you can check out the playlist that I will link at the end of this recording and also in the description box below. So that being said, let's go ahead and dive into today's message. So I share this message today with so much love. I am not sharing this from some ivory tower. I've been through this journey. I know what it's like to be activated by your twin flame. I know what it's like to feel devastated, broken, betrayed, abandoned. I know what it feels like to go through such excruciating soul shock. And I know what it's like to be constantly obsessing in your mind, like you can't turn it off, and to be at your rock bottom, completely exhausted, constantly chasing and seeking outside of yourself. And so I share this message today with so much love and a little bit of tough love, because I know that if you've landed here, it's for a reason, and it's because you're at a pivotal point on your journey where it's time to shift into your sovereignty. And so the message that I'm going to share is the woman in you that is chasing and seeking external validation outside of yourself will never be the version of you that calls in and attracts in divine love, divine union, divine counterpart, whether that be your twin flame or high level soulmate, your divine counterpart, whatever label you want to put on it, it doesn't really matter. Your twin flame is a catalyst on this journey that awakens you to all of the aspects within yourself where you are still divided and not in union with you, meaning not in union with the love that you are. And so you start off on this journey seeking it outside of yourself, which is exactly what causes the excruciating pain, because you're literally running from the essence of who you are and seeking it outside of yourself. And this is an exhausting cycle that just continues until you're ready to come home to yourself. So, being activated on this journey by your twin flame is a homecoming. You coming home to the core of your being, the truth of who you are, which is a divinely worthy being. You were born worthy. You've always been worthy. You are innately worthy. And seeking it outside of yourself is the illusion. It is the game that you came here to play on a soul level, because you knew at some point you would begin to awaken and remember the truth of who you are. Your twin flame activation is like your ascension journey on steroids. Like you literally got a fast track to ascension when you were activated by your twin flame. So at some point on this journey, you have to start scratching your head and wondering, wait a second, something else is going on here. This isn't normal. You've never reacted this way before. Maybe you've had breakups, or maybe you've been betrayed or abandoned and things like that. But this is kind of absurd, right? There's like this obsession that you can't break free from. And what's happening is your egoic mind is beginning to dismantle, so to speak. And you are being triggered on a deep core level. All of your abandonment wounds are being triggered. All of your unworthiness wounds are being triggered. And your egoic mind thinks that if it could just get your twin flame back, then you would be okay. Then everything would be okay. Then you would feel good again. You'd feel lovable again. Everything would be okay. And you literally become like a desperate drug addict seeking out your fix, which is your twin flame. And I'm here to share with you, after coming out the other side of this, I don't even know what you want to call it. It's so unique. You can't even explain it to people. And you come out the other side of this, I can share with you a little spoiler alert. that you surrendering this whole journey, surrendering this narrative, surrendering the storyline, surrendering the romanticized story that this is like some person you're meant to be with forever and this is your one person and this and that. You may end up with them, you may not end up with them. This is all divinely guided and it's out of your control. And the spoiler alert is that surrendering this whole thing and coming home to yourself is just the beginning. I know it feels, if you're going through the thick of this, like it is like the biggest thing and the only thing, but what I can share with you is this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just activating you into a whole new timeline where you get to live your best life. You get to align with your purpose. You get to live from a place of peace and ease and joy and be in your divine feminine flow. And the twin flame activation kickstarts this ascension journey of you coming home to yourself, meaning coming home to the truth of your being, the core of your being, the love that you are. And as you do that, your entire life begins to unfold in alignment with your highest timeline. And so right now you could be in this little bubble, this little twin flame bubble and haze where you think that this is the end all be all of your soul's purpose and mission in this lifetime. And what I can share with you is that entire narrative needs to be surrendered. That entire storyline needs to be surrendered. You need to be able to come home to the truth of your being and know with unwavering conviction within that you are a divinely worthy being and that anything that is meant for you will make its way to you and that you trust and surrender to the divine orchestration of your life, period, hard stop, end of story. Eventually on this journey, you begin to open to limitless possibilities for your life as it unfolds versus trying to manipulate and control this journey and get some very certain, very specific outcome, which is where a lot of the suffering comes from because you're trying to get a very specific outcome and you desperately want certainty around this very specific outcome. And what this is saying is that you are not okay. You don't trust life. You don't trust the divine orchestration of your life. You don't trust that what's meant for you will find you. You don't trust that you're in alignment with your highest good. And ironically, paradoxically, it's actually coming home to the truth of that and being the one, being the love that you are, being one with Source, being it. I can't even put words around this. You embody it, meaning it's not a conceptual thing. You're not approaching this from the level of understanding. You're embodied in your divine essence, your divine presence, this higher frequency that begins to attract in everything that is meant for you as part of your highest timeline. So let me just share with you and break it down here for those that are ready. If you're listening to this, it's for a reason. You would have already clicked off when I started talking about surrendering the whole twin flame narrative. That would have already like sent you spiraling and you wouldn't even be here right now. So the fact that you're still here means that you are at a pivotal point on the journey, a very pivotal choice point on the journey where you can shift everything and begin to embody your divine sovereignty, your divine worthiness. And as you do this, not only do you be, right? It's not even become, because you're not becoming something new. You're only being what you've always been. But up until this point, you've been looking through dirty glasses, I like to say, meaning like dirty lenses that are all giving you distortion. So you're looking through your physical eyes through dirty lenses and you're looking at your life and you're seeing yourself as unworthy or unlovable or not good enough or needing something outside of yourself to complete you. And that's looking through the distorted lens of separation and fear-based consciousness. But as you begin to make the journey home, which is from the head into your heart space, into the core of who you are, and you begin to live from that, you begin to emanate that, you begin to embody that, you be that. You don't become it, you already are it. That's the paradox. You already are the love that you seek. And so you're playing this game of cat and mouse, right? Like you're just playing this game of cat and mouse, chasing love and external validation outside of yourself. And it gets more and more uh, intense and just increasing levels of suffering the more and more you seek outside of yourself until you've had enough. You've exhausted that cycle. Like literally, you're depleted. Like you're at your wit's end. Like literally, you have no other option. And that's part of what this twin flame activation does, is it literally can bring you to your knees to where you have no other option but to begin the journey home to the truth of who you are. And paradoxically, you realize eventually you've never left this love that you are. You've always been this. And you become magnetic then to everything that is a vibrational frequency match for this. You be the one that is in alignment with all that is meant for you. You be the one that is in union with the source within you, with the life force energy that created you. So many are seeking divine union, seeking their divine counterpart, seeking union with their twin flame, and so few are willing to actually be it and then magnetize in all that is meant for you, because you're now operating from the truth of your being versus operating from this distorted version of yourself that believes yourself to be broken or unworthy or unlovable or not good enough and needing something outside of yourself to fix you. So if you've met your twin flame and you've been activated on this journey, it's because your soul came here to experience its divinity in human form. You are divinely worthy. You are divinely, innately worthy, and you're here to experience this in human form. And so, if you want to dive deeper with this, I just created a new program called Be the One. It's a bundle of activations. It's 3 audio lessons mixed with sacred action steps and shadow work journal prompts. I will link that below this recording in the description box if you want to check it out. And I also have Embody the Empress, which is my Divine Feminine Awakening and Embodiment membership. I trust and know that if you've made it this far, you are ready to shift into your sovereignty and awaken your feminine power and activate your true feminine magnetism, which only can happen when you come into union with you. Your divine inner union fans the flames of your feminine magnetism and attracts in all that is meant for you. So I hope you got value from this, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments or shoot me a message over on Instagram at Spiritual CEO, where I hang out the most. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll put all the links in the description box below. And until next time, I hope this finds you well. Namaste.